Hi guys, Ava from Bay Harbor Med Spa, and today this particular message is actually for people that live in the Caribbean, for people who do not live in South Florida, for people who have the ability to come to Miami to South Florida and stay at least a couple of weeks at a time, and people who suffer from cellulite, and that would be only women. I am going to explain something because it's only from life experience and it's only from events that do happen. Uh, at times, do I come up with an idea that I have to share with you, that I have to tell you, that I find it quite a few people are asking me. The reason I'm speaking about it because a lot of women suffer from cellulite. I specialize and I use a treatment called Vela Shape, Vela Smooth. And this is the only FDA approved treatment that helps to reduce the cellulite. However, this cellulite treatment requires a series of 16 treatments. Now, what happens is if you live in Florida, if you live in South Florida, you have no problem coming 2 or 3 times per week for the treatments. However, when you don't live in Florida, it's more complicated. And so I recently had a phone call, it was actually several weeks ago, from one of the islands in the Caribbean. And I had a conversation with a lady about cellulite, and she thought, well, I really suffer from cellulite. I don't have the ability to do the treatments yet. There's nobody doing it, which is true. It's a niche, it's a specialty. And I will be in Florida for 2 weeks. Can we do something? So I was thinking about it and I explained to the lady, I said, look, it's a series of 16 treatments. And 16 treatments, if you come for 2 weeks, we cannot do 16 treatments. We can do six, but we cannot do 16. And she said, well, but 16 would actually be better than zero. And I thought about it and I said, you have a point there. It would improve somewhat, it would do something. And the lady arrived. She came from the islands and we started her treatments. And she made me aware of something which I thought was great. Sometimes because when we are involved in something, we not always think of or we open our horizon because we know something. I know the treatment is 16 treatments and therefore I'm stuck on the number 16. I don't go away from it because I know that 16 is the minimum. And so I don't think out of the box. And I share this because actually this young lady opened my eyes, removed my blinders, and made me understand that sometimes something is better than nothing. And because I am a perfectionist when it comes to my work, I never consider that. I consider if I do something, I do it from A to Z. I have to finish it. And I analyzed it and I came to the conclusion she is absolutely right. Something would be better than nothing. And she asked me, she said, please, Ava, I want to ask you, is there going to be a difference after 6 treatment? Will I see something? I said, yes, you will. So she said, that means that it is more than zero. I said, absolutely. She said, then it's already worth it to come here and do 6 treatment because it is more than zero. 1 is more than zero. So if I have one, from 1 to 5, if I'm at a 1 or 2, that's so much better than being at zero. So she's absolutely right. And so I decided to share this with you and tell you guys out there that I agree. If you come and you cannot do 16, but you do understand that 16 is the beginning point, that's the minimum that you have to do. Sometimes you have to repeat 2 times 16, 3 times 16. But if you understand that you will not accomplish in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 treatments what you will accomplish with 16 or 32 treatments, then definitely I think that it's an option for people that live in the Caribbean to come up, or people that live in other parts of the world to come up to Florida or down to Florida, wherever you're coming from, and do the treatments if you come for, let's say, 2 weeks or 10 days. Because 5 or 6 is better than zero. So if you understand that, then I want to share it with you. I want you to know that I am open, I changed my mind, and I am willing to consider you for a treatment in the clinic if you are not able to stay for the whole session of 16 and you want to do 5 or 6. And you understand that 5 or 6 will improve it somewhat, but will not bring it to where it would be when it would be 16 or it would be 32. So as long as you understand that, I like to share this and tell you, okay, I am open to this. I am willing and ready to treat people who come to South Florida for a shorter period of time and do the treatments and do just a smaller part of the treatments because you are here a shorter time, with the understanding that we will improve it, but we will not go where we really want to go unless you can continue, you can fly back and then just continue doing the treatments. There's another option, particularly this lady. She will stay here for 2 weeks. She's going to do her treatments. Then she's going away for a month and then she's returning again in January, and we will do more treatments when she returns. And so we will be doing back and forth, back and forth. And yes, something is better than nothing. So this is what I wanted to share with you. And as I said, it is life experience. It's what happens to me with patients, what happens to me with clients that come to the clinic. I learn from it. And at times I will share or acknowledge if it, I don't think it's my mistake, but at times perhaps my way of thinking is like this, and my way of thinking has to be without blinders, and you out there sometimes make me aware of it, that it's possible to do something better than nothing. So that's it. Until next time, thank you for listening. And if you have any more questions about cellulite treatment and VeloSmooth, VeloShape, you are free to read on my website. There's a lot of information that I have. And if not, you can also contact me at Bay Harbor Med Spa. So until next time, guys, ciao, thank you, bye, Eva.